Hello and welcome back to the session on the CIS controls. In this lesson we will continue on to Control 9, Email and Web Browser Protections and the safeguards within this control. Control 9 focuses on securing the most common entry points for cyber attacks, being email clients and web browsers. These are frequent targets for phishing, malware delivery, malicious scripts and drive-by downloads. This control aims to limit exposure to attack vectors by configuring and managing how email and web browsers handle content, downloads, scripts, and potentially dangerous sites or files. Why is this important? 1. Phishing emails. Attackers trick users into clicking links or opening attachments that install malware or steal data. 2. Malicious websites. Browsers can be used to access sites that deliver exploits or collect sensitive information. 3. Unsafe scripts or plugins. Web-based JavaScript or Flash components can contain hidden exploits. 4. Email attachments. These are often used to deliver ransomware, spyware, or Trojan. Let's start learning about each of the safeguards within Control 9. Safeguard 9.1. Ensure use of only fully supported browsers and email clients. Comes under the Protect Security function and is within Implementation Group 1. The safeguard requires organizations to allow only fully supported and up-to-date browsers and email clients to run within their environments. Fully supported means the software is actively maintained by the vendor, it receives security updates and patches regularly, it is the latest stable version, not legacy or end of life. Why is the safeguard important? Unsupported browsers and email clients don't receive patches, making them vulnerable. Older software may contain known exploits that attackers can easily target. Modern clients include improved detection of suspicious links and attachments. Newer versions support security settings like sandboxing, HTTPS enforcement, etc. Possible tools to help include, for inventory and discovery, tools such as Microsoft Intune, Tanium Asset, Qualys ITAM, Landsweeper, Manage Engine Asset Explorer. For patch management tools, MECM, PDQ Deploy, JAMF Pro, application control tools such as Microsoft App Locker, Windows Defender Application Control, Cisco Duo Device Trust. For browser management, Chrome Enterprise Policies, Microsoft Edge Enterprise Policies, Firefox ESR or Extended Support Release, email security tools such as Microsoft 365 Security Center, Google Workspace Admin Console. Safeguard 9.2. Use DNS filtering services. Comes under the Protect Security function and is within Implementation Group 1. The safeguard requires organizations to use DNS filtering services on all end-user devices, whether remote or on-premises, to block access to known malicious domains. DNS filtering works by preventing devices from resolving or connecting to websites or services that are known to host malware, phishing schemes, or other threats. Why is the safeguard important? It blocks user attempts to visit harmful or deceptive sites before a connection is made. Prevents users from reaching fake login pages or credential stealing sites. Stops downloads and command and control or C2 communication via bad domains, and helps enforce acceptable use by blocking unauthorized or risky services, resulting in shadow IT. Possible tools to help include Cisco Umbrella, Cloudflare Gateway, Quad9 DNS for Windows macOS, Google Safe Browsing DNS, and NextDNS for cross-platforms, Zscaler Internet Access for enterprise cloud solutions, Intune and Microsoft Defender for Endpoint plus Smart Screen for Microsoft 365, and Cisco Umbrella Roaming Client for mobile devices. Safeguard 9.3. Maintain and enforce network-based URL filters. Comes under the Protect Security function and is within Implementation Group 2. The safeguard focuses on enforcing and regularly updating URL filtering rules at the network level to prevent enterprise assets from connecting to unapproved or malicious websites. Filters can be based on website categories, for example, gambling, adult content, social media, domain reputation, for example, known malware or phishing sites, and custom block lists or allow lists, which are manually defined by the organization. Why is the safeguard important? It blocks access to phishing sites, malware hosts, and other online threats. prevents access to file sharing or untrusted cloud apps that risk data leakage, limits time wasting or policy violating sites during work hours, and restricts use of unapproved SaaS or web-based tools. Possible tools that can help include network-based tools such as Cisco Umbrella, Fortinet FortiGate, Palo Alto Networks Next Generation Firewall, Sophos XG Firewall, cloud security platforms such as Zscaler Internet Access, Netscope, Microsoft Defender Plus SmartScreen, endpoint tools for remote users such as WebRoot DNS Protection, Symantec Web Security Service, and proxy gateway solutions such as Bluecoat Proxy SG or Squid Proxy. Safeguard 9.4 Restrict unnecessary or unauthorized browser and email client extensions. Comes under the Protect Security function and is within Implementation Group 2. The safeguard requires organizations to identify and restrict browser and email client extensions, for example plugins, add-ons, or toolbars, that are unauthorized, unnecessary, or pose security risks. Restrictions can be enforced by uninstalling unwanted extensions, blocking installation of non-approved add-ons, or allowing only a defined list of trusted extensions. Why is the safeguard important? Extensions can be exploited to steal data, monitor user activity, or inject malware. Add-ons often request access to sensitive data, such as emails, files, browsing history. Unmanaged extensions can bypass security policies or lead to data leakage, and users installing tools without IT approval introduces compliance and risk concerns. Possible tools to help include Microsoft Intune, or Endpoint Manager, Group Policy Editor, or GPO, Google Admin Console, Microsoft Edge Enterprise Policies, JAMF Pro, Firefox Enterprise Policies, and EDR solutions such as Microsoft Defender for Endpoint, CrowdStrike, or Sentinel-1. Safeguard 9.5 Implement DMARC. Comes under the Protect Security function and is within Implementation Group 2. The safeguard requires organizations to protect their email domains from being spoofed or misused in phishing attacks by implementing the DMARC, or Domain-Based Message Authentication, Reporting and Conformance Protocol. DMARC builds on two foundational email authentication standards. 1. SPF, or Sender Policy Framework, defines which servers are allowed to send email on behalf of your domain, and 2. DKIM, or Domain Keys Identified Mail, adds a digital signature to emails proving the message wasn't tampered with. Once SPF and DKIM are configured, DMARC enforces alignment and allows domain owners to monitor email flows, block or quarantine unauthenticated messages, receive reports on email authentication results. Why is the safeguard important? Attackers can impersonate your domain to trick recipients or launch phishing campaigns. Spoofed emails can damage your organization's reputation and customer trust. Without DMARC, recipients may be more vulnerable to credential theft or malware, and without reporting, organizations can't see how their domain is being used or abused. Possible tools to help include DMARCian, Valley Mail, Proofpoint Email Fraud Defense, Mimecast DMARC Analyzer, Google Admin Toolbox using CheckMX, Microsoft 365 Defender or Exchange Online Protection, Postmark DMARC Monitoring, and DNS hosting providers, for example Cloudflare, GoDaddy, AWS Route 53. Safeguard 9.6 Block Unnecessary File Types comes under the Protect Security function and is within Implementation Group 2. The safeguard focuses on reducing attack surfaces by blocking file types commonly used in phishing and malware campaigns. Examples include .exe, .js, .vbs, .bat, and even .zip files, depending on the organization's risk tolerance. Only necessary file types, for example PDF or docx, should be allowed based on business needs. Others should be restricted or quarantined. Why is the safeguard important? 1. Reduces malware risk. Many malware infections originate from file attachments and emails. Blocking known risky file types prevents threats before they reach users. 2. Limits phishing payloads. File types like .js or macro-enabled Office documents are often used to deliver phishing payloads. 3. Strengthens perimeter defense. Email is a major attack vector. Filtering file types at the gateway adds a proactive layer of protection. 4. Support security policies. This aligns with the principle of least privilege by only permitting file types essential for business operations. Possible tools to help include Microsoft Defender for Office 365, Google Workspace, Admin Console, Proofpoint Email Protection, Mimecast Secure Email Gateway, Barracuda Email Security Gateway, Cisco Secure Email, which is formerly IronPort, Fortinet FortiMail. Safeguard 9.7 Deploy and maintain email server anti-malware protections. Comes under the Protect Security function and is within Implementation Group 3. This safeguard focuses on detecting and stopping malware at the email server level before it can reach users' inboxes. Email continues to be a top attack vector for ransomware, spyware, and other threats. Integrating anti-malware tools with your email system helps catch and neutralize these threats early. Why is the safeguard important? 1. Stops malware before user interaction. It scans attachments and embedded links before they are delivered to users. 2. Mitigates risk of ransomware and viruses. This helps block known and unknown threats using real-time analysis and behavioral detection. 3. Improves email security posture. This strengthens the organization's defense in depth strategy by filtering threats at multiple layers. 4. Supports regulatory and security standards. Many frameworks, for example NIST ISO 27001, require proactive malware detection and prevention. Possible tools to help include Symantec Mail Security for Microsoft Exchange, Trend Micro Scan Mail for Microsoft Exchange, McAfee Security for Microsoft Exchange, Microsoft Defender for Office 365, Proofpoint Email Protection. In this lesson you have learned the 7 safeguards included in CIS Control 9, Email and Web Browser Protections, the implementation group of each safeguard, and the possible tools to use within each safeguard. In the next lesson I'll take you into Control 10, Malware Defenses, including the recommended safeguards in this control, the implementation group of these safeguards, and some recommendations on tools you may use to help in implementing these safeguards. I look forward to you joining me in the next lesson as we continue discovering the CIS controls. Thank you.